Every branch of the armed forces has its elite teams. The Navy SEALs, Army Delta Force, Air Force Commandos. They're the toughest of the tough. For the U.S. Marines, their secret weapon is a special ops team called Marine Corps Force Reconnaissance.
Get online on me!
They're not the type of Marines that like to accept normalcy or boredom. They want to be pushed to the limits. Anything that an average man does not want to do, that's what a Recon Marine wants to do.
The Force Recon unit is little known and rarely talked about. The men who survive the rigorous training become elite warriors. They perform some of the Marines' most dangerous missions. Force Recon is open to men only. They're hand-picked from among regular Marines for their skills on the battlefield. These warriors must be expert shots, first-class swimmers, and incredibly tough. Force Recon Marines are sent into hot zones to spy on the enemy or to take out a target.
The environment they generally operate in are behind enemy lines, collecting and reporting, trying to remain undetected, and at times when ordered to attacking the enemy.
Infantry troops typically have the strength and support of a battalion behind them. Not so when Force Recon goes into battle.
Watch me coming!
When we go to the field, when we go to combat, when we face the enemy, it's only 5 or 6 Recon Marines. So it inherently is a very dangerous mission when you're working behind enemy lines. You totally depend on one another, on everything.
Force Recon teams penetrate deep into hostile territory. They're highly trained in all types of infiltration, amphibious operations, and parachute drop. In 2004, Force Recon Marines fought in the battle for Fallujah. These special forces led the charge against the Iraqi insurgency in some of the worst and deadliest fighting since Vietnam.
Every Recon Marine that comes into this job inherently know the dangers of the mission, that basically they are on their own. You will be by yourself. There's going to be no support. If you're compromised by the enemy, if you make contact with the enemy, it's your team against whatever the enemy can throw against you.
Once inside enemy territory, Force Recon Marines ID priority targets. They gather intelligence and execute high-risk raids.
The real dangers Recon Marines are going to face when they enter a wartime environment is a highly experienced and efficient enemy. And reconnaissance teams in the past can quickly disappear or be overrun by the enemy.
It's a unique individual who can face constant danger and survive intense adversity. The Marines chosen for this elite group are a special breed.
These are the kind of individuals that can do anything if they put their mind to it. There's nothing they can't accomplish.
3, pull back!
BRC, the basic reconnaissance course at Camp Pendleton in California, is designed to build skills and weed out the weak. It's a grueling 9-week training that requires physical strength and mental determination.
What we just learned, not just in the past 8 days, but just in the entire time we've been here, has been more than you could actually probably imagine you could consume or absorb in 3 months.
3, 4, 5! Spread your security right!
In an exhausting 8-day session, the men are put through increasingly demanding missions.
Come on, drive on, let's go!
The instructors, they're going to train you the best that they can because ultimately you're going to be their teammate downrange. They want you to be as good as possible.
During the operation, the Marines must function at their highest level, in spite of sleep deprivation and minimal rations.
Started around probably 5 hours the first night, and it just continuously went down until there was no sleep for the past couple days.
They patrol for hours through rough terrain, as much as 20 miles with no rest. Sniper fire and exploding artillery are constant. They carry 100-pound packs, and the weight of Marines posing as battle casualties. They face increasing danger as exhaustion sets in.
Gotta get flat on the f***ing ground. By taking away a little sleep and food and making them move great distances and remain undetected and make them perform and use their minds, it's the closest we can get to an actual combat environment.
This is what you get. You guys knew this was coming, didn't you? Yes,
The 8-day mission ends with a raid against enemy forces. It's a true test of their skill and endurance. Here, the Marines realize the lethal danger they'll face on the battlefield.
I don't think anyone can really prepare for something like today. You know, it just kind of shocks all your senses and doesn't really give you ever a chance to recover. So you just always feel like you're on your heels, but you just got to keep driving forward.
Force Recon Marines operate in every hostile territory in the world, from the blistering heat of Iraq to the frigid mountains of Afghanistan.
You definitely have to have a very aggressive mindset in order to conduct these missions. If you go on a mission, don't have the right mindset, you have any doubt, that could be your last mission you ever conduct.
Only a special type of warrior can survive these life-or-death missions behind enemy lines. The Force Recon Marine possesses a combination of superior training and natural instinct that's essential to performing this most dangerous job.